On a recent trip to Hervey Bay, we were fortunate to spend a day on board Freedom 3, a whale watching boat. And this is what happened for us. Early in the morning, the boats stream out of the marina, heading north towards Platypus Bay, which is the area the humpback whales come to carve and to instruct their young in the art of being a humpback whale in the Pacific Ocean. And other oceans, no doubt. You would think with all these boats going out that it'd be quite crowded out there, but the bay is so huge that really there's no problem with overcrowding, and the boats are always moving around to see the whales and their calves. This is our first sighting of the day of a mother instructing her calf, no doubt, how to behave near a boat. Remember, these boats often have sharp, spinning, dangerous objects at their rear end which can do a lot of damage to a young whale. And no matter what the catamaran did to try and give the whale space, she'd keep bringing her calf back to the boat to show it how to avoid those propellers, I suppose. Our first lesson in whale watching was how to attract the attention and interest of the whales so they come back to the boat. And this is done by waving your arms and making a lot of noise. So there's a lot of that goes on board the whale watching boats during the day, and the whales oblige by coming close, staying near the surface and giving us a wonderful view of these magnificent creatures as they frolic languidly on the surface of the water. They often wave their fins above the water as if to say, "G'day, are you having a good time too?" Sometimes the whales are accompanied by a male escort who positions himself between the youngster and his mother, or her mother, and the boat, obviously protecting them and warning the boat that these are mine, don't you hurt them. But anyway, you can see that the mother there is doing a tail wave and the calf is responding in kind, showing that, yes, I got that one, Mum. I can wave my tail at the boats too. There you are, there's a mum and a calf and a male that's between them and the boat, protecting them from our potentially dangerous attentions. And there's such a wonderful feeling as these animals come close, it's quite indescribable. And they have really no fear of the boats, the mature ones. They'll swim right underneath it and give you quite an intimate connection. One of the great advantages of Freedom 3 is that the foredeck is very close to the water and surrounded by a very sturdy railing, which means you can stand virtually on the edge of the boat and be within a metre or two of these magnificent creatures and feel quite safe with no danger of plummeting overboard to join them in their watery environment. Above the water, the whales are remarkably silent. However, under the water, it's a whole different world, and Freedom 3 has a hydrophone, which is an underwater microphone you can put over the side, and there's Keith doing it now, and this is what it sounds like under the water. And you can see there just exactly how close they'll come to a boat. And if that's not a group of whales having a fun time in the water, I don't know what is. I'm not sure what message they're sending, but it certainly looks like they're having a whale of a time. And that boat that you're looking at is quite a lot smaller than the Freedom 3. And yet you can see from the people on board that there's no sense of threat or danger or alarm at being so close to a creature that really is so much larger than the boat you're standing on. Another of the wonderful features of Freedom 3 is that the owner and host, Keith, was a chef in another life, and he prepares all the food that's served on board throughout the day, and it really is fresh and fabulous. All in all, it's such a delightful experience spending a day on board Freedom 3 that we really were so overjoyed that we'd chosen this vessel to take us to the whales. Now that is a very young calf there. It's probably only days or weeks old, and the mother's obviously teaching it how to wave your tail at humans. And that's the obviously a barrel roll with a bit of a tail flap there. A lot of the times during the day I was struck by how similar the whales' movements were to a synchronised swimming team. Obviously the calves are very good learners. But eventually the day must come to an end, and the boat makes its way back to the marina. And we were fortunate on our way home to see this mother and child, who at the end of the day, as we were returning home, gave us such a lovely little farewell tail flap that just completed the day perfectly for us. Right next to the boat, and just a little wave of the tail. See you later, have a great life, and off they went. This is a Freedom 3. They do fishing charters and whale watching, and you can read all about it on their website at freedomwhalewatch.com.au. They won many awards, Best Whale Watch Operator last year, and they're on Facebook, so you can read what people say about their experiences. All in all, it was a fabulous experience.